Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go from L.A. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Man in motion, out of the slot. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He finds McConkey. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 give to Harris. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, LA. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical third down.
Hurts with it on third and short. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important third and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. First and 10, here's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. Has some daylight through the 40. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kid, we have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers pull that in front further, 13-zip. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Jukes out a one-stop. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the pistol, Hurts. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You can earn earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a two-score game early. We're back to SoFi right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got fourth down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away. On fourth down, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Herbert. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
First down, a run with Barkley. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Offense up to the line fast.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has it down close. And this one does not go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10, Herbert escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Cut by the open man. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, you can scratch that one from the playbook, and you're not going to call it again if you can't impact the D-tackle. You just saw him sitting right there. He was ready for a feast, and he buried that draw before it could get started.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers hoping to grow their lead before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5. Herbert now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception, and that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
2nd and 10 now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Try again with Barkley. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts to throw. He's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Zach Bond with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Herbert now off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Option design here. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he can't reel it in, incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw, here's Herbert. They've got a screen to the running back. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Looking for a target. And he's brought down after a short game.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
That throw finds Coughlin. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a 9-point advantage. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Herbert from the gun. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Danny Gray to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They've got a man in motion. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Toss play to Barkley. Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up. Back to throw, Hurts. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 3rd down now. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. From the pistol, Hurts. Laporta with a grab. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. Gets it to the 15. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Here's Herbert. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Trying to push this past the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers leading by 11. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Another carry for him. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Wilson's got it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts throwing again. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here he is to throw. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. With 40 seconds left, you have to think part of this game comes down to this onside kick. And this kick is covered by the Charger. The ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. He'll look to throw it. Try and push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Derwin James kicks it. And the Chargers make the play that should win them this game.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game. It happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say